Hello friends, it is Monday once again and we're back in the market here. Let's see what's going on. Bit of a weird day in the market here. Seeing a lot of things sell off and it's like the market's trying to find where it wants to sit here. Even crypto is kind of like, it's just like everything's selling off here and the dust has settled from the chaos the past month, few weeks here. So DWAC, let's talk about what's going on with it. I'll mention a few other stocks here, but we're seeing sell-off in the stock, and this is kind of really the first sell-off, drastically we've seen here, where it's kind of consistent, and it's not terrible. Like I still don't even think it's terrible sell-off. I'm gonna be completely honest with you because this thing's been sitting at $40 just based off of hype. So the fact that we closed the day at 39, just shy of 40, I still think it's doing very well. I'm going to be completely honest. Where we are going next, obviously, we've got 2 more weeks until this merger. Barely that, honestly. And then we should see Digital World and True Social come together here and be one element here. The last video I made about the Digital World acquisition here, I kind of gave my synopsis of what I think the stock, what I would do with it, and where I think it's going to go. I'm going to be honest, and I've said this for a while now. If this stock were to really start to run here, if it were to really start to run here in the next week, 2 weeks, and the merger day, and if it hit like a triple digit number, I would probably sell out for a moment. I would take profit and I would get out. But I'm not selling out right now at the moment because I've got profit. Obviously, I've been here since the $15 mark, but I'm greedy. I want more profit, so I don't want to miss out what could possibly happen here in the next 2 weeks. That last video I made, I was like, and I don't want to sound mean about this, but I do think, yeah, take profit where you want to take profit. That's the decision you have to make, but don't be naive to the situation that other people are not going to. And a lot of people have been commenting that, what do you think if, we see the merger and then Trump were to sell, X amount of shares to raise capital for whatever. He hasn't addressed that he's doing that, obviously, because, that would not be a wise decision. But could he? Yeah, sure. I don't know. That's his, but I don't even know that it would have that much of effect on the stock, to be honest, because in the general sense of like how much would it actually damage? I think we'll see damage regardless after this merger, just because there's going to be more than likely such a buildup and hype pushing it that there will be a general sell-off of this stock here at the end of the month. But with that, there will probably be another build-up to another bull run on this stock later in the year. I really think that's how this is going to go. I think we're about to see a little bit of a bull run in the stock, we're assuming here, with this merger getting closer, and then we'll probably have a big sell-off, and then the dust will settle somewhere, wherever that new low, new high may be. And then, towards later in the year here, get through the summer, I would not be surprised to see another bull run on Digital World, well, True Social at that point, to run again. So that's kind of what I'm thinking in my head, what possibly could happen here. It may not happen like that at all. I don't know. But I do want to address, yes, this is still a dangerous situation because the deal has not happened, and it's going to be a very up and down situation. Very, just nothing's guaranteed at this point. Nothing's guaranteed. So, and I say this because a lot of people, they go like, well, of course you should take profit. Well, a lot of people don't. A lot of people, I think there's different kinds of investors in this right now. There's investors that are obviously taking profit here and there, trading it. And then there's investors who are just kind of like, they bought in so early. They're like, I don't know what to do. Should I sell it? Should I buy more? Should I keep it? Should I double down with what's going on right now? What should the stock's going down? Should I sell all my shares right now? I wouldn't panic sell at the moment. Now is not the time at this moment in time, this week, in the next week, to probably panic sell. That's not really, you've waited this long. I think so many people, it just may not be the right time to just freak out because we're losing a little bit of steam here. I don't really think it's losing steam. I still think it's in really good shape considering where you bought at. But then the other thing that could possibly happen here with that, what am I even saying? I've totally lost my train of thought. Is that we may not see much movement here. I don't know what this market is going to be doing here. The market is very weird right now. It's not doing what anybody thought it was going to do. If you watch The Economist right now, the stock analysts, all that, everyone's very baffled right now about this market. No one expected crypto to be doing what it's doing right now. No one expected, AI stocks to be completely in charge of the market right now. And we're just, everything's doing good, but it's just really like, what is going on right now with this market? Or is it about to like really take a new gear and move up? Or are we about to have a massive pullback? It's like the market's trying to decide what it wants to do right now. It's really interesting. That third investor that I think that is in this, and it's totally fine. This is not me like, trying to pick on anybody, and you are your own investor and you need to do what you want to do. But there are, and I think this is going to become thicker once the deal actually happens. Once this thing actually turns into Truth Social, I think we're going to see a lot more of these investors, particularly new investor, come into this right now. I can't talk right now, but there's going to be a new investor really come in here pretty strong. And that's going to be the people that just want to be a part of Truth Social. They want to be a part of what Trump is doing. And they're going to start buying up shares of Truth Social. They don't care about revenue. They don't care about deals. They don't care about what's a daily volume. They don't care about outstanding shares. They don't care about cash on hand or debt to cash to debt ratio, all that kind of stuff. They don't care. They may not even know about it. And so I think you're going to get, and they're going to be another just layer of FOMO investors, like hype investors, like kind of what we saw with AMC, where people that kind of got to the dinner table late, and they were like, well, I'm just going to start buying in right now. I'm going to start buying in shares. We saw that more with AMC. People were just thinking it was going to do something like GameStop, because GameStop had a lot of different levels. And obviously those are two different situations, what we're seeing here, but just kind of giving, a little bit of, creature of habit situations with people walking into situations that they may not know much about. So I think there's layers to what's going to happen here this year with this stock. But yes, in the next 2 weeks, I mean, if you look through, what stocks generally do just on a quarterly coming out, they move up. When we see two companies merge together, especially one so significant like Truth Social, if I had to bet on it, yeah, I would bet a lot of money that this is probably going to run pretty hard here. It should. And then that's what we're wondering here. Is this going to run to $50? Is it going to run to 60, 70, 80, or a triple digit number? That's really where everyone's kind of wondering right now. And we have seen this thing almost run to $100 before for a split second. So these are possible numbers that we could see. But I would tell you to not be too attached to Truth Social right now, because when this thing merges here just in a short time, there's a lot of time left to get to October, November, to where we might start seeing this thing take off again, Truth Social. So that's really just, the one thing you don't want to see is people bag hold. That's a terrible feeling, to be bag holding something that's so high up, because let's be honest, there's going to be people that are going to, like I said about that third investor, they're going to hear about Truth Social, they're going to download Robinhood, Webull, something, and they're going to go, Truth Social, $50, $70, that sounds like a steal. I should probably buy into this. And they're going to start buying it at $60, $70, $80. And, then there's probably going to be, and sharks know that. Day traders know that. And they're just going to start selling, man. They're going to start selling, and people are going to get caught in this. But there's money to be made. And with that, that's really going to tell where the levels are going to end with, when we see this initial thing happen here in 2 weeks, is this going to like really be a, how big of trading hands are we going to see here? Are we going to see it really flex from like 50 to 70 to 65 to a 80 to a 40 to a 55? How long is that going to go on here? Are we just going to see it kind of fall back down to a $25 to even a $40 range here until we see another push on it? I don't know. And I say this too because the general market is becoming obsessed more with crypto right now. AI stocks and crypto are like the main focus right now of day traders and just traders in general. It is really hard to compete. It's really hard for stocks right now to get traders' attention when the crypto market is making people so rich every day with trading. The movement, I don't know who even knows about crypto on here, but the majority of you making more money on crypto right now just in a day trade, week trade is so much higher. That's one reason I go, like, I don't know that people would even be focusing that much on crypto right now, especially with what we know is coming here in April and the rest of the year here with crypto market. So there's just a lot of different ways this can play out. But like I said, I just wouldn't be too attached to this right now. Still very new where this is. And Trump's obviously going to push it. He's going to do what he can to it. But just where it's going to land after this deal is the big question right now, where it's going to land. Rumble, I will mention Rumble real fast. People always want me to talk about Rumble because, Rumble is another platform for free speech and what it's trying to do here this year. I'm still in Rumble. I am still in the green Rumble. And Rumble will be, I just made a whole video about Rumble, so you can find it, but talking about, their last quarterly they made. This quarterly we are expecting them to have made. This will be for Q4 of 2023. It will be coming out here in 2 weeks. Also, how far will Rumble run here? I don't know. I expect Rumble probably to go back to like a $7.50 to $8 range. So I do think there's a short trade in here. It is taking damage right now. Not crazy damage. This is kind of just normal stuff what it's been doing here. It's nothing insane. But I do suspect we will see Rumble move here probably more like towards the end of the week into next week. That next week is the week where I'm really like, okay, things should start really hyping up here. This week I'm not really expecting much from DWAC and Rumble. I'm just not. It's probably they'll probably bleed off a little more. And that's usually what you see. You see the bleed off in stocks before we know things are coming here. So people are just trying to get what they can out of it. So yes, I'm still hyped about Rumble. I'm hoping they did well in these quarterlies. I hope they did. I hope they made this quarterly. Because if they did not meet this quarterly, Rumble's probably going to take some damage. It's going to be like third strike. And Rumble's doing great. Like, don't think they're not. They're doing great. They're making money. They're growing platform, subscribers, all that. But, like I said, there's just other things that are moving so much faster in the market. AI stocks alone. I mean, you can put $900 in Bitcoin right now and, you can make your money back, 15 to 20% gains in maybe 2 weeks, the way it's moving right now. So that's something to think about. It's unreal right now what's going on. Friends, I'm going to shut up. Let me know what you think. I still am happy with everything. I just, I think this week we might see a little more damage in these stocks. So, friends, I will talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.